Welcome back, everybody. I found this here bucket. Kind of got stuff everywhere from when I was doing a lot of installs of appliances. I haven't been doing a lot lately. I don't know why. Just haven't been getting them. There we go. I haven't been getting a lot of installs lately, but we got a whole bunch of stuff that's going to go in here. But with this stuff, I'm going to separate this bucket today, basically what I'm saying. Because there's so much stuff in here, it is taking up way too much room. It needs to be sorted out and gone through. And today's the day to do it. So, I'm going to grab a few things and be right back. Ooh, baby, it get windy out there. Ooh. Okay, I got some bins here. This is our copper bearing stuff, number 2 wire. Extra bucket, trash. I don't know, probably not trash, but plug ends. Yeah. Oh, this I got for the ends, for the trash, I guess. Not really trash, but the ends of the electric wires that got way too much plastic on them to do anything with. Basically, I'm just going to go through. That worked very well. Do that. Wires on there. Oh, in front of my face. That's how I do my cords. Cords I'm going to throw right there. I got another box in the back. I just don't got room for it. There ain't that many in here. Thinking about cleaning the cord ends? I don't know. Some people like doing it. Some people don't. Don't seem that bad to me. Never done it before though. I've only cut the ends off usually, the tips. Some people sell them whole like that and get money for them. I don't know if my place buys them. Whoop. A bit of wire right in there, baby. Anyway, that's basically what I'm going to do with that. And we're going to need a bin for the strippable stuff. And a bunch of I would like to strip out. And look at that, some clean ground wire. Grab another bin. Bow. It's like this stuff's all the good stuff. That's thick. That's strippable. That's already clean, so we'll keep that separate. These are mostly end cords from appliances that I cleaned up or got rid of at the time, because at one point I was doing so many of them I didn't have time to scrap them. I was doing 3 to 4 installs a day. Well, houses. Sometimes multiple different things in places. And by the time I got done that, I didn't need to scrap anything because I had made some really good money already. And now things slowed down again. Thanks to the economy. Tiny little brown wire. All that is worth stripping for me. Even by the time I do that, I'll make good money off of it. And that'll go in its proper bins. We just gotta clean them out. How's everybody doing out there? Hope everybody's doing good. Can't wait for this weather to stop raining today. I picked up a ceiling fan this morning. So I got that to take apart too. One more copper. Those motors are usually almost copper. All right, so we got some small stuff here. Guess I should have a brass bend too. Little brass nuggets. Then number 2. Tape off that. That stuff I do not clean. It is way too thin, and by the time you clean it, you ain't getting enough out of it. Yeah, make sure it's worth you doing. Some people might be worth doing. I'm not cleaning everything under the sun. Some people might not even do anything at all. Some people don't even cut this stuff off. This stuff sticks out the back of a wall oven and stuff. These are just the whips that come out the back. Literally just cut them off. Number 2, clean. Well, insulate it. That's a good ass old DeWalt grinder. I had for at least 15 to 20 years before she kicked the bucket. And I wasn't kind to her, that's for sure. El Brasso. You can leave a little copper in your brass, but you can't leave brass in your copper. Copper has no brass. It is in brass. Brass is a man-made alloy. So if it has extra copper, it doesn't matter. But if you have brass in your copper, they're going to ding the crap out of you. Instead of number one, and you get brass price. Ooh, little Romex. That's definitely going in there. Love me to Romex. That's just solid. Solid core. Nice little amount of copper out of that little 5-gallon bucket. All this crap. You gotta cut all this tape off and stuff. That's a pain in the tuchus. Same with this. Unless I get really desperate, that's going in dirty copper. That's trash. That's fairly clean. That's number 2 anyway, so it's refrigerator line. Stick them in there for a minute. Just in case. Now these have stuff in them. You probably can't hear that, but they have stuff in them. So you got to cut these open to get that copper. That's copper. This has things in it. This is not. Some kind of wire tie. No sticky. Now these things from the fridges, the dryer thingies. See, that's copper. But inside, I gotta get a pair of pliers and bend it back. Inside there, probably hard to see, but there's a little screen and there's a desiccant in there to dry out the Freon. It's a pain to do these little ones, but really, that works. Yeah. And there's also steel in there, which this one looks like it's pretty well in there. But we'll see. Let's get this crap out of there first. There we go. And then I'll just cut right behind that piece there. That went somewhere. And cut behind. It's hard to say. But believe me, this side's metal. But if you cut the center out, the center is not clean. And then if you don't lose the pieces like I just did, oh, there's one of them. Inside there, probably hard to see, is a little piece. That side is not, but it does have the brass in there. The other side is magnetic. Let's see if I can show you real quick what's inside these things. There we go. There you get the little piece of brass. Sometimes they come, if you cut them with a saw, they come out a lot easier. I'm just saying. I normally use a saw. I don't normally do this with the... Hey. Seriously? There we go. Little piece of brass. That goes in there. That goes with my clean copper. Number 2, but still clean copper. Just realized we got a giant water titty. Run free, giant water titty. Hope I don't get a strike for that. Oops, that was dumb. Now we're gonna throw the wire over there now. Giant water titty made a mess. So just trying to make a little bit of room here in my bin. So I've been throwing a lot of stuff in there and haven't been emptying it. I'm gonna leave the number 2 that's a pain to clean in there. So I got time to sit down. That's basically what I'm gonna do today. So ooh, look at you. If you ain't got cable cutters, you need to get them for these big guys. Clean brass from a bin. Clean brass. Strippable. Look how thick that is. That is definitely stripping material. A lot of copper in them. Ooh, Romex. That is that stuff. stripped apart. I don't get a lot of this stuff, so I don't even know what to do with it. It's got like its own category, I believe. Oh yeah, brass, baby. Definitely stripping that. We're getting a bunch of clean cord out of that. A whole bin of stuff to strip. Couple motors. Another motor. Brass needs to be cleaned. Ooh, Romex. 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 Extension cord needs to be cleaned. Another motor. These guys got number 2 in them. Ballasts or whatever they are. All right, I'm gonna work a little bit through that and I'll be back. All right, so I got most of it sorted out. Got us a pretty decent bin going to insulate it. Got all our clean stuff here. Bucket of strippables. A little bit of junk left in there. Mostly just wiring harnesses and stuff that have to be cut up. Which I ran out of time today to do. Oops. Yeah, that goes in there. What am I saying? That's all our stuff. We're going to clean up more. Put more ends in the bucket. About a quarter of a bucket full just of ends. A little bit of dirty stainless. more number 2. It needs to be cleaned up, but it's number 2. I'll put it in there because it does need to be cleaned up still. Yeah, it's steel. More steel. Wow, ain't even true stainless. That's pretty bad. No wonder these refrigerators don't last. Jeez. Got a couple of them bad boys to cut open still. Aluminum copper rads, I don't know what to do with, so I'm going to stick them in the number 2 bin for now, just to get them out of the way. Not they're going to stay in there, but at least not get sold as number 2. Obviously, we ain't getting that. That goes in here. That goes in here. That goes in here. That's all refrigerant stuff. The rest of that looks like number 1. And maybe a little Bear Brite. So that's it for the number 2. Get that put away. I might put the number 2 pipe in a number 2 pipe bin. It really doesn't belong in the other bin. I mean, it can go in there, but I try not to sell that as often. The pipe, at least. Our extension cord A's. Extension cords go in our extension cord bin. I mean, if you cut off that nasty part, probably accept most of this is Bear Brite. Some of it at least, instead of number 1. It's kind of hard to say. Yeah, that one piece there. This is all number 1. Which is in here. And it is way too heavy for me to carry out there for y'all to see. Sorry. That's almost a whole 27. Fill with number 1. This wire I want to clean up and separate. Lift and separate. Oop. And just because I have OCD, I'm going to take the number 2 pipe and put it in a number 2 pipe bin. and keep my wires separate. Not that it matters, it's just how I like to do things. It's my way of doing stuff, people. It's how I keep organized. And yes, I know it's all the same price. I get that. This is more for me than anything. Because if worst case scenario comes, I'm selling the wire before I'm selling the pipe. That's the only reason, people. I try and keep my number 2 separate and my number 1 separate pipe. Excuse me. I'm going to stick these in with the number 2 wire. Oh, look, that fit perfect. There we go. We got a fan motor we got to clean up. A little bit of brass we got out of all that stuff. I'll pour that in a brass bin. That's all the wire we're going to strip. I'll either get a bin or a bag or something, put the strippable wire in. Oops. Wrong way, man, wrong way. All right. The bin of stuff we're not going to strip. It's copper, brass, copper. This is a little bit of brass we're going to clean up. I'll put this with the stuff inside of brass that needs to be cleaned. Still got a whole bucket of brass that needs to be cleaned. I'll get to it one day. This is all aluminum. It has to be put out to pasture. A whole bucket of motors and stuff we gotta go through. We'll weigh it up and see how much copper we get out of everything. Not today, of course. This video is probably getting pretty long. There's all the crap we are not cleaning because, yeah, it's going as wiring harness. Just set it on top there. Our plug-ins get put away. I like to get some non-ferrous over soon. The prices are so good. I got a whole enough to make the trip down there. I got a lot of stainless, but I'd like to have more aluminum or copper to go with it. Number 2 wire. All right. So I'm gonna go over everything. A little bit closer view. Not much left in there. Did a pretty good job. We got to crack them 2 bad boys open still. And a fan. This is a bunch of different aluminum. That's clean, that's dirty. Trash. All this goes right in here. It's all metal. And yes, I know copper is metal too, but in scrapping, metal means steel. There's our tower. We're filling them up slowly. There's all the stuff we got to strip. That bucket underneath, it's filled with brass. That's got to be cleaned. And there's our motors and stuff that we'll clean up next time. We'll weigh that out and see how much copper we get out of there, and see if we make more money cleaning it than we do not cleaning, if it's worth it or not. Otherwise, I'll see when I get more and more. I mean, there's always more coming in. Like I said, I got a ceiling fan this morning. So we'll take that apart, get the aluminum off that, get the motor out of it, throw the steel in the shred pile. And all that wire is just off these few machines here. I mean, it's not a lot. We got half a dozen or so microwaves, a wall oven, a fridge, a couple dishwashers. So, I mean, that's a pretty good amount of wire. Plus all the other stuff I got out of them. Bunch of motors and stuff. Not bad. You know, that's why I like my appliances. I like taking them apart. Like, way more taking appliances apart than anything. So, anyway, thank you for watching. Hit that like and subscribe, please. It helps an awful lot. And as always, have a good one. Thank you for watching.